Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sadia Shafqat, and on behalf of my group mates, I am going to be talking about our assignment for the problem based learning. So, the topic that we're discussing is a very important topic for today for all of us because we want to talk about the measures and precautions that countries are taking in regards to COVID 19, and also what is the Islamic perspective about this? So, first of all, it's very important to analyze what is happening in the world right now. So, everyone is in a state of panic. People hear about COVID 19 and they're too fearful to catch it, and they all of a sudden relate it to death without having enough information about it, perhaps. And even though our world has seen worse times, people are getting very panicked about this. So it's very important to understand the consequences, the understand about the nature of this illness, and as well as what is our role to play at this difficult times, and how to understand the policies that our countries are making about it as well. So we know that COVID-19 outbreak started from Wuhan in China in late December 2019, and since then it has spread from China to different parts of the world. And because of how much it has spread, it is WHO has said that it is a pandemic because the entire world is affected by it. So what is very important to understand at this point, it is very important to understand that because this is the first time that the world is seeing COVID-19, we know that we do not have any prior research to it, and that's why countries all over the world have responded in a certain ways, and we still do not have even enough research about what methods and ways are working out and what are not working out. So we also want to understand that what is the Islamic perspective about it, because we know COVID-19 might be in the world for the first time, but Islam, we have seen such illnesses before, and what did our religion tell us about it? So looking into the different measures and precautions that countries have taken, we looked into different regions of the world. For example, we looked into Europe, we looked into how Italy, UK, United States of America, how Middle East countries that have been affected a lot, like Iran, Asia, Southeast Asia, how all of these countries are coping up with it, and also regions like Africa, which might not have been affected yet, but might be prone to get affected. And according to our understanding, the measures that most of the countries have taken is that either there's a partial or there's a complete lockdown, which means that people are working from home, students are from schools or universities, students are also studying from homes, and a lot of places have been locked down, and people are being quarantined as well. Also, there have been differences made in the policies in regards to traveling. So people are not allowed to leave certain countries or enter certain countries so that this situation can be taken care of. Now, we understand that there are certain measures and precautions taken regarding it, but in addition to these, there are also some impacts of these precautions that are being taken. For example, because of the lockdown, the partial and the complete lockdown, there is so much economic damage coming up. People have lost jobs overnight, and people in countries where there's too much poverty because they earn on a daily wages basis, they are probably being more attacked by poverty and by the crisis that is being created by coronavirus than the COVID-19 itself. So it is very important to understand all these issues, as well as what are the impacts in terms of physical and mental health to people, which leads us to the point that it is essential to understand the Islamic perspective. It is essential to understand the Islamic perspective of COVID-19. And so, keeping in view the Islamic perspective, it is very important to understand that Islam has set guidelines for almost everything that we might be facing. Even though COVID-19 may not have occurred before, but we do know that there were such situations, and Islam did guide us on how to do it. I know that we understand as Muslims that we're not supposed to fear such situations, because the our lives is in the hand of Allah. We are responsible for the actions that we take, but the result of that actions is by the will of Allah, and we as Muslims are supposed to submit to it. But does that mean that because we are not afraid, we do not take any precautions and measures? No, it doesn't. In fact, Islam teaches us that before we even depend on any policies set by any countries, we ourselves are supposed to take actions like quarantining ourselves if required, or staying in a particular place and not exiting that place if there's such a problem. Because there is a hadith of Prophet Muhammad SAW, where he says that if there is such an illness in any country or any place, you should not leave that place. And if you hear about a place which has such an illness, then you should not go to that place, which is the same concept that is being implemented in all parts of the world today, that they're stopping travels. But the sad part is that we as humans are not understanding that these are our responsibilities, and we're not supposed to be told or forced to do this if we are responsible citizens. And also as Muslims, we need to understand that this is the point when we take a stand and protect and take care of our Muslim brothers and sisters in terms of any help that they need emotionally or financially. So that is a very interesting topic that we've taken up, and we hope that we can produce some research and some ideas that can be useful. Thank you very much.